Kia ora everyone, I hope your day is going well. Today I'm going to teach you two games that you can play on your own with a pack of playing cards. So the first game is called Try for a Total of 10. So what you need to do is with your playing cards is to take out all of the picture cards first. So take out all of the jacks, the queens, the kings, the jokers, and you actually need to take out the tens for this as well. So put all of those cards into a pile, put them to the side because you don't need them anymore. Then with the rest of your playing cards, which should have all of the aces, twos, threes, fours, fives, six, sevens, eights and nines, I want you to shuffle them as carefully as you can. If you can't shuffle and you haven't got anyone nearby who could help you shuffle the cards, just put them on the carpet or on a flat surface somewhere, mix them all around, that will shuffle them up and mix them. And then what you need to do is to lay up the right way so you can see them, 20 cards in front of you. So the game's called Try for a Total of 10. So I can choose 2 cards or 3 cards or 4 cards, however many cards to try and make 10, but I need to do it as quickly as I can and I need to try and use as many cards as I can. I don't want to be left with very many cards. So the faster you go and the fewer cards you have at the end, the better. Okay, so the first one I'm going to start with is, I can see I have got an 8. So I'm going to start with 8. I know that 8 plus 2 equals 10. Put my 2 cards together, put them to the side. I started with 20 cards. I've taken 2 away from my 20 that I had here, so now I've got 18 cards left. Okay, my next number I see, I've got a 7 here, so I'm going to try and get rid of another card, or maybe even 2, maybe 3 cards. Oh, I can see I've got 3 aces here. Now I know that an ace is worth 1. So if I've got 3, that's 7 plus 1 equals 8, plus 1, another one, equals 9, plus another one equals 10. So the 3 aces make 3, so 7 plus 3 equals 10. Oh, that's 4 cards I get to take away from my pile. Fantastic. Okay, I've got a 4 and a 6. I know that 4 plus 6 equals 10. Knowing our number bonds to 10 is really helpful with this game. I know my doubles as well. I know that 5 plus 5 equals 10. So I can put those 2 cards together, take them out of my pile. Now what have I got left? I've got a 5, I've got a 3, I know that 5 plus 3 equals 8, plus 2 equals 10, because 8 plus 2 equals 10. Excellent, that's 3 cards I can take out of there. Fantastic. I have got a 6, I can see here, and a 4, and I know that 6 plus 4 equals 10, so I can take those cards out. And I've got left up here, I've got an 8, a 2, a 9, a 3 and another 8. Well, I know that 8 plus 8 equals 16, that's not 10. Oh, I know that 8 plus 2 equals 10, so I can take those 2 cards away. Now I'm left with an 8, a 9 and a 3. So if I add any of those cards together, if I add the 9 plus the 3, doesn't equal 10. If I add the 8 plus the 9, doesn't equal 10. 8 plus 3 doesn't equal 10. I can't go. Okay, so that's as far as I can go. So I'm left with 3 cards. So next time I play the game, I'm going to try and do it faster, and I'm going to try and hopefully be left with less than 3 cards. Okay. The second activity I wanted to quickly show you is just all about basic facts. So basic facts is our adding, subtracting, multiplying. With basic facts, with this activity, you need to bring your cards back into the game, the tens only. Don't bring the picture cards back in, you don't need them for this activity. So you bring the tens back into the game. Again, I'm shuffling. So now I've got the aces that are worth 1 again. Ace, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s and 10s. And I am going to split my cards into 2 piles, face down this time. I'm going to use a whiteboard and a whiteboard pen, and I'm going to record the equations that I'm making here. I'm going to choose to do adding, but as I said, you could subtract, you could multiply, or you could do what I'm doing and stick with adding. Okay, so when I'm adding 2 cards together, I've got a 5 and a 3. Now I could start with 5 and go 5 plus 3, or I could start with a 3 and go 3 plus 5. I'm going to start with the 5 because the 5 is bigger, and it's easier to start from a bigger number and then add on the smaller number. So I'm going to write down 5 plus 3. Another reason why I'm writing the numbers is because it's good practice to try and make sure I've got the numbers written around the correct way, and it's also a way of making sure that at the end someone can check them and make sure that I've got them correct, my answers. So 5 plus 3 equals 8. And I'm going to turn over again. Oh, now I've got a 5 and an 8. And remembering that 8 is the biggest number, so I'm going to start with an 8 plus 5. When I add 8 plus 5 together, I know that I get 13. So I'll write that down, and remember at the end I'm going to get someone to check my answers to make sure I've got them correct. Then if I was subtracting, instead of adding, if I was going to use subtraction, I would start with the 8, and I would say 8 take away 5. Okay. If I was feeling really brave and up for a challenge, I could multiply and know that 5 and go 5 times 8 and work that out as equaling 40, but I'm sticking with addition for this. Okay, I'll try another couple. I've got 10 plus 3. That's a nice easy one because I know that if I started with 10, it's the bigger number, and adding on 3 is going to be 13. Okay, turn over another 2 cards. I've got a 2 and a 4. So if I started with a 4, 4 is the bigger number, so it's going to be easier. So 4 plus 2 equals 6. And I'll do one more. I've got a 10 again, a 10 plus a 4. Well, that is easy because just a wee while ago I had 10 plus 3, and I knew that was 13, so 10 plus 4 has got to equal 14. And if I show you again my board, see how I'm recording the equation. So these numbers are the 2 cards that I turned over. I'm adding them and I'm writing what they equal. And then I would get an adult or maybe a brother or sister or someone like that to check them for me. So thanks everyone, good luck with playing cards. There are so many activities you can do on your own with cards, and enjoy and good luck.